an investment portfolio worth thousands, you'll get there. And today I'm going to show you a powerful way you can strive to make that happen. By starting small, I'm going to show you how I invested $50 into a few AI investments, a high momentum ETF, as well as the entire US stock market. So here's a breakdown of how I invested that $50 today. $10 into VTI, $12 into SPMO, $10 into AMD, $9 into Meta, and then $9 into Nvidia. Over time in my portfolio, small amounts like this have grown into thousands. Let's take a quick look at what each of these assets are and how they're doing in my portfolio, as well as a little stock market news. So let's start with VTI. And that is the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, an exchange traded fund that gives you exposure to thousands of investments. I've been doing this one $10 a day since back in 2022. This basket of US stocks gives you exposure to big companies like Apple and Microsoft, right down to so many little companies that you've never even heard of. So when the US economy is doing well, so does this investment. And because there are so many companies here, if a few are struggling, you're not going to feel it significantly throughout your portfolio. It's super safe, a low cost fund with a 0.03% expense ratio, which is a fee that you're going to have to pay for this type of fund. But by finding the right one that gives you exposure to the sector or indice that you want to have in your portfolio, you'll be keeping more of your gains in your pocket. So this is a set it and forget it foundational investment when it comes to my investing. And those $10 investments over the last 3 years, the last one being today at $336.44, has helped me to achieve an $11,000 position. Next up, SPMO, Invesco's S&P 500 Momentum ETF. And today I went on to add another $12 to my portfolio. I've been adding 0.1 shares on a consistent basis and sharing updates with you guys. This is a fund that follows a momentum strategy. Unlike VTI, it's not buying every stock and then deciding how to weigh how much each will have based on the company's market cap. This one tracks only the top 100 stocks in the S&P 500 that have been soaring, the fastest moving investments, giving us a chance to ride that momentum when the market is hot and boost our portfolios. It rebalances twice a year and has more volatility than an investment like my VTI. But it's one that I've decided to incorporate for the additional growth potential. Next up, AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. I invested $10, and this is a major chip maker, which has been competing aggressively when it comes to AI. They make those chips that are needed for these data centers. Analysts have a strong belief behind this company because of that strong demand when it comes to those AI chips. Year to date, it's up 83.77%. And when it comes to my portfolio, I've just started investing into it very recently and not even to a half a share yet. Now, on to Meta. And this is the name behind Facebook and Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, a social media giant that has been investing aggressively into AI. So they're making money through advertising revenue and those high growth AI developments that they are striving to make. So when it comes to Meta, year to date, it's up 10.8%. I invested $9 at $644.81, taking a step closer towards having 3 shares in my portfolio. I'm currently up 17.63% when it comes to this investment. And my last $9 out of my $50 investment of the day went into Nvidia, down about 0.5% as of the time that I'm recording, but year to date, Nvidia is up about 37%. Nvidia is the leader when it comes to AI chips and GPUs. It's currently the largest company in the US with a market cap of over $4 trillion, a company that's expected to continue to have high growth potential. And so I've been working on building up my position. And today's small investment contributes towards my 21 shares that I currently have in this portfolio, which I am up 42% on. So today's $50 shows you how I can spread a small amount across those different investments that I want exposure to in my portfolio. VTI for stability, diversification, simplicity, low stress, low volatility. And then we have SPMO to give that additional growth by focusing on what's trending right now, but still an investment that doesn't have me betting on just one company. It's spread across 100 of those top companies. And then a few of those investments that I'm building up because of the high potential upside, AMD, Nvidia, as well as Meta. So when it comes to what I've achieved over the last few years, I am so glad that I incorporated dollar cost averaging, not ever feeling like I have to time the market, that I have to have a lot of money in order to invest and be on track to build wealth. It's been a different experience for me investing in this way, being more hands-on outside of my 401k, looking back at what I've achieved, what any of us is able to achieve nowadays, because of so many low-cost ways to invest that are right at our fingertips, like the MooMoo investing app, or Fidelity, which I use for my retirement investments as well as my daughter's. Depending on which broker you're using, you can invest with as low as $1 to $5 to get started. And just a little stock market news related to a couple of the companies that we invested into today. Nvidia just got key approval to resume selling certain AI chips to China, the H200. So this is a massive potential growth driver. Politics play a lot into what goes on with these big companies, especially what Trump has done with the tariffs and other regulations and limitations like this. But when these things get sorted out, I'll be here ready to see the positive impact when it comes to my investments. And when it comes to AMD, they've been securing new deals that will generate substantial future revenue for this company. There's also been strong inflows into momentum ETFs like SPMO, showing that they are really gaining traction. And investors and analysts believe that this strategy tends to perform well. So this video today is to share with you how small amounts being consistent really can pay off. Reinvesting your dividends, another way to help you build up your positions over time. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular individual stocks or ETFs that you want me to continue tracking the performance of and sharing with you guys. I am primarily a long-term investor, not doing anything fancy, just buying and holding quality stocks and funds that will have me on track for my goal to build wealth and always have my money making more money. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave me some comments. Let me know your thoughts on today's video. Did you invest today? I invest some amount every day that the stock market is open. Let me know your strategy and some of the positions that you are building on. If you're new here, thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm just sharing stock market news as well as ways that I am striving to build wealth for myself and my family. Never a suggestion for what you should buy, hold, or sell. I encourage you to not let the opportunity of investing pass you by. Just know it's not hard. We can all do it. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.